Oh, every Super Sunday. It is April 2nd. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Things are starting to bloom outside. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And thank you once again for coming on. Uh, First thing I want to cover yesterday, well, every year since we've been in on passive, we've done April Fools on with each other. Doing it broad with the whole company probably was not the sharpest idea I've ever had. Of course, I was working with Chris, and me and him together is dangerous. So I want to apologize if it offended anybody. Uh, I'm hoping it didn't, but I know some people were not that. They did not think it was funny, and that's okay. I want to apologize to you and anybody that we offended. It wasn't obviously I wouldn't want that. And if that happened, then I'm going to eat some crow and apologize. And I'm really sorry in behalf of me and my little brother, Chris Johnson. That wasn't our intent. In fact, we were so blown away that like 5 minutes before there was already 800 people. I'm like, oh. In fact, we wouldn't even have done it if there wasn't a corporate webinar the night before because we thought there's no, maybe I don't think everybody's going to respond. Whew, and they did. So I want to tell you one thing. After all that, whoever came on like that, you're definitely plugged in. Okay. But again, I really apologize. I'm doing my live on all the channels because we put that in the back office and many countries were involved. Hopefully, you know me by now. There's no way would I want to hurt anybody's feelings. And by the way, this had nothing to do with the company. Okay. The company is much smarter than that, than me and Chris. But anyway, now that we're past that, we do apologize, by the way. Um, let's kind of do a week in review. And I don't know what I did that to wind up in such a special place. You know, I've been talking myself on the lives the last 4 or 5 days about people that wait and they want to wait, and waiting is just a big mistake for me. I don't understand waiting. There's things you could do. There's things you could do to get your business ready for the next chapter if you want to. Every time I say something, people say, "Well, I don't know how to do that." Listen, never would bring up anything that you can't do. In fact, what I encourage people to do is be you and do what you do. The difference is I know that life knocks us down. I know the young guy, me, back when I was in my teens getting ready to conquer the world, my limit was unlimited. I just believed anything could be done. Uh, I got married when I was 20. Uh, so I started things very quickly. We had children 2 years after we were married. We had four great kids years to follow up until I was 31. And my focus, I got into a job at 18 years old. The, the day I graduated, I had a job, and I worked there until I was 42 years old, and worked my way up in the company as far as I wanted to go. Really, I mean, and some of the positions I got on paper I shouldn't have gotten, but that's because of my belief was if it's there, you can get it. You can get what you want. Now, obviously, my my wall of dreams and hopes and all that did get smaller because life brings you into a cage or a fenced in area. There's things you wanted to do, and you're building a family. You've got things going on. You start building up debt, and sometimes we wind up the debt gets bigger than our income. It only takes one problem, unforeseen problem, to wipe you out financially for years and years and years. And it's happened to a lot of us. The statistics. I don't have to know who you are. What statistics show that it happens to a lot of people, and we've become, um, I hate to use this word, but we become life slaves to life itself. We become a product of our environment, and if our environment says this is where you go, this is where you stay, it's hard to think outside of that. And yesterday on my live, I gave an analogy of something I remembered back when I was 18, 19 years old. I went to Illinois. My grandmother, my uncle, and all them. That's where my father came from. His whole relatives were all farmers. He didn't want nothing to do with it. He went into the military and ran from there as quickly as he could. Great people, though. So I went there a few times, once before I got married and a couple times after. I wanted my kids to see it. And the farm life is very busy, very hard, but there's something about it that, man, it's just, it's beautiful. It's hard, but it's beautiful. You don't have any time off. They don't make any money unless they're a huge farmer. I mean, huge. Like you see a farmhouse and nothing but acres. That big farm probably does make some money, but even then, it's not. There's not a big. People. Oh, they make a lot. No, they don't. They work very, very hard, and they just get by. Anyway, on that farm, my uncle had a pig farm, and the pigs were in this area, and they had used it up. Pigs are pigs. Rooted it up. All the grass was beat down. So he moves them every year. Well, this it's time to move them, and I'm there. I said, "Oh, I'd love to do it." There's other farm guys, you know. Of course, I got to prove that I can do what they do. Back then, I was in a little better shape than I am now. And we got there. My uncle said, "Okay, now all the way around this squared area, and this is for everybody." I already told this on my live yesterday, but since I'm on all the channels, I figure I'd say it again. But this closed-in area had electric fence around it. It's only one foot high. I mean, pigs are not big jumpers, okay? So it only needs to be here on them. It's not very high. You walk right over it. Well, it only took one or two pigs to touch that or whatever. Nobody goes around it. They got some kind of pig language where, hey, don't touch that, and they know exactly where it is. So my uncle said, "I'm going to shut the electric fence up. We're going to take it down." I was thinking, then you take it down, they're going to run all over the place, but they didn't. So he took it down. He said, "Okay, get on that side of the field." Wasn't a real big area, not maybe an acre, maybe less. And all of me and the cowboys with me started walking the pigs to the side where he wants them to go. This is a piece of cake. And my uncle stayed behind. He said, "I'll stay back here for the ones that fight to come back." So what the frick would they fight to come back for? It's just walk. It's better. It's something new. These pigs walked up to where the fence was and stopped dead. I said, "They're stopping at the fence. It's not even there." He said, "They remember. We just got to get one of the pigs to put their nose over the imaginary fence and they'll all go." And that's exactly what happened. One pig went over, kind of did a right. The other ones looked at him and said, "Hey, he didn't get zapped." And they all walked over. No joke. The reason I bring up that scenario is I think in life we have that electric fence. and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. The corral gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and we don't dare go outside that fence. It's a fence that was put up by life, and we started to believe that this is where we belong. There's no reason to stick our nose over there. It's going to hurt. We don't know what's going on. It's unseen territory. Thank God above, there is no fence for Mr. Mufara. His plan and the way he looks at things is it's a big open field and it's endless. So he builds this massive, massive, massive company that anybody that could just imagine, forget what you know, has got to be 10,000 moving parts, if not more. They're not juggling three things, they're juggling 300 things. And then everybody else is juggling whatever, right? But with Unpassive, I want to tell everybody, all the founders, and I wanted to say this on all the channels because I believe this with all my heart. My Indian brothers and sisters, my Bangladesh brothers and sisters, I don't care if you're from Russia, if you're from China, if you're from Australia, New Zealand, Philippines, Vietnam, Singapore, any country, Germany. I've met people all over the world because of this company. That fence isn't there. And the passions that you had as a young person, bring them back. Because you can take that passion, because the field of Unpassive is endless. The only thing that can stop you from living your passion and sharing your passion with others, who there's millions that have the same passion as you that gave them up and said, I can't do it. You're now in Unpassive where it's endless. The fence is down, and we have to cross over. We have to take the one step. Because I said a long time ago, I'm not here to um, motivate. I'm here to inspire so that you can see what I see and motivate yourself. Because self motivation with a million people is unstoppable. We're already unstoppable. But think about what you want to do. And even if it's not clear, get back that feeling of unlimited. Because there's no limit in Unpassive. I don't care who you are. Everybody's name I ever mentioned, I know a lot of you know me, and I know a lot of you. I'm not really good at pronouncing names, but your limit is here. It's not in reality anymore. Because Asmufara made a platform called Unpassive that is unlimited. Every product he makes is unlimited, unlimited value, unlimited in using it for whatever you want, unlimited scalability. You can take your passion, I don't care what it is, and use your imagination and say, wow, I really like Chris Johnson, by the way, for people that, if you don't know him. His passion is boating, fishing, magnet fishing, which is really cool. He could take that, start a club, and do you think there's other people with, with that same type of passion around the world? Yes. If you start bringing people to your YouTube channel with a passion that you have, my passion, by the way, is getting people into Unpassive, because I believe if we get them on passive, they can do whatever they want. That to me is a gift. That to me would be a lot of fun. I love thinking about that. Now there's other things I want to do. I want to go. I thought about fishing. I haven't fished in years. Love fishing. But being able to travel, be with the family, not think about bills, get debt free completely, get my grandchildren in school, e-learning, academy, oh, no doubt about it. I believe education's a joke. They teach stuff that I don't get it. Why a young kid would even need to know that. You get to school and you shouldn't have to worry about fighting somebody or being bullied or being pushed around or I mean, what? And listen, the teachers can only do so much. And a lot of the parents, this is a fact, don't just send their kids to go to school to learn. They send their kids to go to school to babysit them and and raise them. That's not right. So that's what I want. I want to, and that's what I'm going to do. It's not just what I want. I'm already starting, and to move on to something else to start sparking your to inspire you. Every day they do a video or they do a blog every day. Now a lot of them are AI. A lot of them aren't actually what Unpassive is doing. They're sharing AI, good, wholesome, better for the world, better for human AI, things that are out there. So I have been taking these blogs and I don't write them exactly what they say because that's not right. But I rewrite them and I take the blog and the picture and I go look it up video wise. They had an AI cheetah can outrun a man. Now you know a couple of years ago, robot walked, he'd fall over, couldn't get up, and they have one now called a cheetah. It can run. He's like, oh, what's that for? Use your imagination. Eventually, walking, running, all that is a big deal. And this is all from Unpassive's blog. They had one, a robot that will feed people that are uh, disabled, maybe can't move their arms and stuff, and it will actually go into a bowl and feed them at whatever rate you want and give them the amount they want. That's helping people. You know, and people say, oh, it's going to take jobs. The point is AI. Now, think about this. This is where you got to get over that electric fence. AI is going to create jobs that do not exist today. Oh, it doesn't make sense. It didn't make sense that there would be Ford Motor Company assembly line in 1705. It didn't make sense. It wasn't even thought of. It did not exist. But technology will create jobs that we can't see. They're not here yet. That's the cool part of it. They have a metal wall walker. This thing, and think about this. You see those big windmills they make for generate electric. They're made out of steel. Well, they go up them and back down. I mean, it's whatever. It's dangerous. This thing will go right up that tower and check seams. It's got a camera. It'll walk over seams, and then it will walk upside down. Check everything you want to see. You got a camera. You're down on the ground. You can see whatever you want. They got an AI bat that does sonar, can read the ground, what's under the ground. They got a Hemingway, AI Hemingway. It writes. You write something, it can identically write like you write. They go, well, I need that. Use your imagination. It could be for better down the road. They're getting into healthcare with it. Clogged arteries. They make a small microbot They could put in your veins and it cleans out your veins. You remember years ago you went to the hospital. I don't care if you had a freaking pimple. You might be in there for 3 days. You got a cut on your this big. Now it's like bing, bing, bing. You're in the morning, the afternoon, you're home. That's technology. Yes, there's bad things that could happen with AI. There's bad things that can happen with anybody if they're bad people. But Ash said it in a webinar. His goal is to have clean AI that is here to do good for mankind. That's why it's here. That's why it's developed. That's what Unpassive is going to do. But I really, really, really want everybody, and I don't care what country you're from. Unpassive does not care your country, your religion, man, woman, tall, short, fat, deaf, blind. eh, I don't care what it is. Unpassive, you could be successful and you could reach out and live a better life. And that to me, if I can inspire people to think outside of what they're living now, to go past that fence, because the fence not there. You can't use, well, I can't do that. You know, I'm 55 and I'm 62, I'm 63. Bull, the fence is down. If you can think it, you love it, you can build from it, you can actually have make an income with your passion. No doubt about it. You're going to see it happen. And I'll be the first one to point it out. You're going to be able to see it happen. You're going to see people that built a business of from their passion. What better way to build an income? And the platform of hope, which is on passive, is for everyone. And Ash said the same thing. You would think I was chatting with him about this, and really I wasn't. They built, and I've said this 1,000 times, I never said it on an open thing like this. They built for us a Rolls Royce Phantom with 1,000 horsepower, a blower unit, the best suspension. They built the track to go 300 miles an hour. Why the heck would you drive it at 25? You can't wreck it. You open down the windows and let the air blow on you, and you say, "Oh my gosh, this is fun." Take that trip. Drive on passive for what it's made for. Drive it as hard as you can, because you'll never outdrive it. You'll never go faster or get ahead of on passive. Never, never, never. And what did he say? If on passive doesn't have it, you don't need it. And everybody thinks, okay, they got four or five, they got four or five, they got four, they got 50, 60 things working on the background we don't even know. Now my nose is running, I'm starting to cough. You know, he talked about physical products that we can use to enhance O Connect. Why? Because what we see in O Connect is not as good as it really is. Unless you really have a super duper camera, super duper computer that's can pick up what they're delivering. And I know people are hurting. I'm not talking about you going out and bankrupting yourself now, but when you get moving and you're moving apples around, upgrade. And the cool thing is you can buy these items from your own business. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Come on. Amazing stuff. Anyway, I want to say thank you to Mr. Mupar and his team. A shout out to Muhammad Kamal and the Dream Team. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, working so hard for me, for everyone I love here in Unpassive. I have no words that can do it justice. Um, I'm truly blessed, and I feel it every day. Keep checking your back office over and over and over because things are going to change very quickly. Things are going to change very quickly. And Ash doesn't have to come on to tell you, oh, we have something new back there. We know it's coming. OES is coming. In fact, let me go look right now because it could be there now. I didn't see it earlier, but okay. Boy, things are moving fast. Look at this. Oh, mail. Boom. Oh, net. Boom. Oh, trim. Boom. Come on. Did you guys see the new website? Shut the front door. Hey, by the way, uh, don't don't forget. I'm not kidding. Go to the blog and click so that you get notifications. They do blogs about Unpassive. They do blogs about AI in general. And by the way, I'm going to say it again. And this is yes, I'm plugging my own thing. I'm mainly doing this for tomorrow and 6 months from now. But I do videos that are audio and they have caption about all the blogs that I'm putting back there. So if you're hearing, if you're deaf, you can go in and read it. And I also have visual in the background videos about what it is. And if you're blind, it's audio. Anyway, I want to tell everybody once again, if you were upset about the April Fool's joke, I apologize for me and Chris. If you thought it was funny, thank God, because I hope somebody did. Anyway, love you all. And oh, by the way, today at 2 o'clock is Heroes webinar at 2 o'clock. Lynn posted it here. And at 8 o'clock is Rob Lynn. And I got to get off because there's a family thing going on and I don't have time to yell out names. But you know, I love all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Um, and I'm on a different thing. So I have to look at I have to switch back and forth and look at the comments. Anyway, love you all and thank you very much.